Hello, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. Marquita here. Sorry, it's been a while for my Sunday folks, my How's It Growing folks, but life has just been life, and I've been out of town. I had my mom visiting. She actually just left today, so it's taken me a lot of time to be able to get to you to share with you how things are growing. And also, I wanted to share some other things that are plant related, but not besides my actual plants. So that thought took me a while to get back, but I'm back and I should be able to stay on schedule with you guys moving forward, at least for the next few weeks. So I want to start off by talking about a couple of things I have here, and I wanted to showcase and talk about some artists that I have purchased photos from. You guys probably have noticed when I show you guys houseplant updates, you may have seen some of the portraits around or paintings around that I have hanging, and they all tend to have some form of plant theme going on. And yes, that was intentional. So I want to showcase those and talk about the artists and where I purchased them from, so that if you are looking for maybe some plant artwork, I mean, it's not hard to find, but this is just these are just a few artists that I have found that do artwork with plants or specifically around plants and growing. And so I want to share that information and show you my newest picture and or plant picture rather, and also some other goodies that I got from them. But let me go ahead and grab that sitting right here, and I'll show you the painting. You'll see it again when I show you some of the houseplant updates, but we'll start with this particular artist because this is where my newest painting is from, and it's really cute. And I've actually had it in my Etsy cart forever because this artist is located on Etsy. You can purchase from them. They have plant paintings as well as stickers. So I want to show you the stickers, and then I'll pop a picture of the big picture that I bought, the big prints, because you can order the prints and you get your own frame, but you order the print. And so this particular artist's name is Miss Maya Art. That is the store name. And these are some of the stickers that I ordered. So again, these are small businesses. This is a woman-owned small business. I absolutely love ordering from small businesses because they always have personalization, like little notes, little specialty things, and I love that. Or they throw in a couple little extra goodies, um, handwritten notes, just all kinds of things, and I appreciate that as a customer and as a buyer. So I love ordering from small businesses, and I'm trying to get back into that. Miss Maya Art, digital art creations, and she's based in Florida. I want to say it was Tampa maybe, but she is based in Florida. And this was one of this is the sticker that I ordered. Oops. This is one of them. And I think the other one that I actually ordered was this one. And then which I thought was really cute. And if you didn't know, yes, she is a Black artist, woman of color. And so a lot of her paintings are geared towards women and men of color who like plants. So if you're a guy out there who likes plants, she does have some male-based paintings or male-centric paintings as well. This is one of the goodies, one of the extras that she threw in. These are all stickers. And this one says, I supported a small business, which I love because I love to support small businesses. So those are the stickers that I got, and I'm probably gonna put them on my laptop and things like that. And also the painting, like I said, I insert a picture and I also show you the real thing. I already had a frame from IKEA because, like I said, this painting has been in my cart forever, and so I finally pulled the trigger and purchased it. And I already had a frame waiting for it, and so it fits perfectly with the theme that I have going on here in my living room with all the plants. So I want to showcase that one. The other painting that I have also came from another artist that's available on Etsy, and if I remember correctly, she also has her own site, but you can choose the paintings that you want. Sorry guys, something was in my throat there. But you can choose the painting that you want and the size that you want, and they will send you the print or mail you the print. Some of them also have digital print options, so you can just purchase like the digital version and you can print it yourself. I'm sorry, something got in my throat. It's like a cough, but I don't have to cough. So yeah, so like I was saying, you can purchase the size that you want and the print that you want, and you can either purchase it and have them ship it to you, or some offer the option of a digital print where you can print it yourself. Walgreens does pretty good digital prints. I've been using them lately, and also CVS can do them, just to name a couple of places where you can print them, and then you can print them how you want them, what size or whatnot. But I just ordered the prints directly and then purchased frames to hang them up. And the great thing about that is when it comes to ordering the prints, you can also pick your size. So you already know like what size frame you're going to need and all of that, instead of having to do like guesswork sometimes when you just buy a painting. And you can get it specifically for your space. So I absolutely love that and recommend it. But the other um, paintings I will show you, or the prints rather, I will show you as well. Now, one did just come from Kohl's. The one that's over my arrow garden, it came from Kohl's, and I want to say it probably is by a black artist, and I just can't remember who that person was, or if they have their own independent like site or whatnot. But I found it in the clearance section in Kohl's, and so I purchased it because it fit perfectly over my arrow garden. So I just want to talk about those. And I'll share the information when I do the houseplant update. But the last thing I want to show you before I take myself out of the frame will be this little herb saver. I mentioned it before when I purchased it, so this is my first time trying it out. This is Italian oregano from my balcony garden. Finally got around to cutting it, and so I don't know when what I'm gonna use it for right this moment, but probably I will use it, and then probably within the next week, the upcoming week. So I just clipped a few pieces of oregano, as you can see, and I put it in this nice little herb saver, and the directions are on the back. This will go, it can go in the fridge. You can use it with store-bought herbs, fresh herbs, whatever the case may be. You want to rinse and dry and then place them in here. Now, I just picked mine from outside, so they're okay. I don't really need to rinse them because I know where they came from. But like if you had store-bought herbs and all that, you probably want to go through it. And sometimes they are, already kind of damp, depending on whether they were out. You know how the sprayers spray them from time to time as well. So the only other thing I need to do is fill the spout here on the back with water, and it says to submerge the stems for maximum efficiency and empty and refill with fresh water every 3 to 5 days for up to 3 weeks to maintain freshness. Now, again, I've seen these, never tried it before, so today is going to be the first day that we try it, because I did want to harvest some of the Italian oregano from my balcony garden just to allow it to continue to grow, because it is growing a lot and it's starting to flower. So when things start to flower, that means it's definitely time, usually past time, to harvest it. And so I wanted to make sure that I got that in and I didn't lose my oregano. And I also want to encourage it to continue to grow. So I'm going to use distilled water, which is what I water my houseplants with anyway. This is Good and Gather distilled water, which is that I get from Target. It does not matter the brand. Distilled water is distilled water. It's whatever store I'm in at the time. So I use this in my arrow gardens. I also use it in my houseplants. So I don't use tap water for any of those things because, number one, when it comes to the arrow gardens, you're not supposed to use regular tap water. And also for the houseplants, sometimes depending on your what's in your water in terms of some of the elements, chemicals, not so much chemicals, but the different things that are in our tap water that aren't necessarily harmful to us, but they can cause the yellowing of leaves and things like that. So I just stick with the distilled water, and I am going to, as the instructions state, put it in this little spout. And it smells really good, by the way, the Italian oregano. And I don't want to put too much because I don't want to like submerge them in water, but I do want to put enough just so that they have some water while they're in there and they are going to go in the fridge. Now they make these, I got this from, I think, TJ Maxx, and they're not hard to find. I see all different variants. They have some bigger, they have double-sided ones, so you can get a couple of different types of herbs. But I just bought one because I just wanted to try it out. I don't know if you guys can see, there is water down in there now. I just put a little bit because these don't need that much. And again, it says to replace every 3 to 5 days, and it can last up to 3 weeks if you need it to. So this is what this is supposed to be, an herb saver. Like I said, I paid $3.99 for this from like TJ Maxx. You can find them TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls, wherever, and of course you can also find them in other stores. But if you want probably the more affordable cost would be stores like TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Ross, Marshalls, those types of places. All right, so let's get into the actual plants. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit of a houseplant update. The Aero Gardens, which has the romaine lettuce and the cinnamon basil. I'm going to make another salad today to do the romaine because my mom was here all week. We've been dining out, so I did not get around to making a salad sooner than what I'm going to do. If I would have just been here, I would have eaten the salad already. So that will probably be my dinner tonight. But I wanted to show you guys one, how it's grown, and also that it has regenerated. And so the pieces I used in previous salads, which I'll insert a picture of, that I've been eating off of already, those are starting to regenerate more growth. So I just want to show that. Okay, guys, here's the romaine arrow garden, as you can see. So up top, those are the leaves that have grown in. And then down here on both of them, you can see the smaller leaves are where I have previously harvested some romaine lettuce, and it's growing back in. So the lettuce will continue to grow. That is why I said that two gives you quite a bit. I've already had like about 4 salads or so off of these, and of course this is enough for really 2 more salads. I'll probably make one giant salad as my dinner. So just want to show you that. And we have been growing these two for 83 days. So that's how long they've been growing. And I don't know how I forgot to mention, I got a new plant the other day, and I picked up another Mandula pothos. I already have one that I've had for some years, actually. It's right here. But I saw this one. It was on the Last Chance Plants and Lowe's. And so I paid $4 for it. It was originally like 8. So I paid $4 for this one. As you can see, it says it is ideal for beginners. So if you're someone who is thinking about getting into the houseplant game and you're wondering what type of plant, I would recommend really any pothos, especially the golden pothoses. They're easy to find and they require very little maintenance. But I agree that the Mandula pothos also falls in that category. I just want to show you. It's sitting here for now. This is not going to be its permanent home, but I just bought it. It comes with the wick things. That's the kind of system Lowe's has set up. So there's water in there and it's got the string. So right now it's self-watering right now. So I don't know if I'm going to transfer it completely into a new pot or if I want to just kind of maybe find something that fits that size so that I can keep it in this container and just do the self-watering. So we'll figure it out. But for now, this is where it is. It's very pretty, very full and lush. And then we'll move over. This was the golden pothos that I propagated. As you can see, it's still doing pretty well. Probably need to add a little water. This one, I think I put the stem in backwards, so that's why the leaves are facing that way. That's just based on how a plant is. Nothing wrong with it. And then over here, you see a new leaf coming in, and then those were already there as well. This is my peace lily. Just watered it, so she's hanging out over there. My Brazil Philandrian doing this thing. More golden pothos. Here, the croton, because this was something that was actually changing up. As you can see, the new leaves are coming in. They're starting to get their color. It is a colorful croton plant like this particular leaf, but all the leaves come in green and then they start to change to the varying colors. So as you can see, this one is seemingly doing pretty well. So we're happy to see leaves growing, thriving. And that's an aloe plant, if you didn't know. And then over here, my other Brazil Philandrian. I'm just kind of touching on like my newer plants. But here's the Brazil Philandrian. As you can see, ooh, look at that nice little shiny baby leaf coming in as well as here. So you can see new growth is coming. There's another one here. So it's kind of doing its thing and enjoying being in the window. My white wizard plant seems to be happy since I've repotted it and helped it kind of give it a little bit more space and keeping it near the window because it does enjoy the light. So it's still thriving. And as you can see, like this is the indicator of a new leaf here, possibly here as well. And there, wherever you see these kind of like pieces, those are like how the new leaves form on this particular plant. So there are some signs of new growth, which is always a good thing. So this is it here. And that's pretty much it for the house plant. So I'm going to show you the other arrow garden, which is my cinnamon basil arrow garden. And here we are. No, I have not harvested it. Yes, I need to. I actually plan on using it maybe in some drinks. So I am going to start harvesting it because it will continue to grow. And as you can see, it's so tall. It's actually taller than the arrow garden. The arrow garden is at its max height capacity. So I don't want to keep it starting to burn the leaves because they're right there, at the lights. So I need to start harvesting it. And I may relocate it if I can somewhere else, maybe into its own pot at this point, because you can transfer them into regular containers. You can use the arrow garden to start the growth process and move them. So we'll see how that works out. But just want to show you that the arrow garden here, cinnamon basil, 74 days in, and this is what we have. All right, so these are the photos I was talking about. This is the one that I purchased from Kohl's. Now, mind you, I'm not sure who the artist was for this one, but I did find it on clearance at Kohl's, and it fits perfectly over my arrow garden. And then this photo is the one from Miss Maya's art. And what I'll do is I'll put the links down below for the artists that I purchased these photos from, the ones that I have the information for, so that if you want to check out their Etsy shops or websites and order from them, you can. And again, the frame came from IKEA. This one is, I think, an 11 by 14 in terms of size. It's right over my TV. So it's a good little picture for a centerpiece. And I saw this picture and I first thought, the first time I saw it, I thought, this is my life. A glass of wine. I got on a t-shirt, some shorts, chilling in the house, surrounded by plants, even down to the floating shells in the pothos. Like, this is literally my life in a picture. So that is why I had to have it. So these are in my hallway. It's kind of like, give you an idea. So like you say, you walk down the hall. So I have these two. These are Kinsey Studio paintings as well that I got out of, I think TJ Maxx or Marshalls a while back, like when I moved here. So this one says "Let Equality Bloom," and then this one just has like a girl with flowers and butterflies in her hair. So like I said, and these came as you see them. So they were framed and they look like this because again they were in TJ Maxx or Marshalls. I think they weren't too expensive, maybe like 14, 15 bucks a piece max, maybe less than that, might have been like 10 to 12. But yeah, I've had these for a while and they're nice and they're also from Kinsey Studio. So I'll put the info for both Kinsey Studio and for Miss Maya Art down in the description in case you want to check out their Etsy stores.